Not only is Darryn Peterson the best player in the 2026 NBA draft class, he's the best player we've seen coming out of college in a long, long time. I don't think that necessarily means he needs to be picked number one automatically, but let's evaluate his tape. All right, guys, so before we get into this, I was about to start calling Darryn Peterson DP, but that means something else, and we're not going to call him that because, hey, shit, man, we might have to call him that. Depends, because the way he be doing folks, it might just be DP, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he's tough. I did a video last week on the draft class, and I said that AJ DeBonsa should go number one. I've done a little bit more evaluation, and I'm actually leaning more towards Darryn Peterson. AJ DeBonsa is worthy of the number one pick. Very, very good player. I really like him. He projects, honestly, really, really well. But Darryn Peterson is elite, and he's ready. I think the way I look, I would take Darryn Peterson number one. I think that perhaps AJ DeBonsa should be the number one pick. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but the way I look at it is I would take the gamble on DP here, right? Because DP, the thing about DP is also I've listened to interviews. I've done a lot more research on his progression. Shout out Anthony Judds. I think you pronounce his name Judds, spelled Goods. But he's an NBA scout, former G League player who cracked a training camp and was in the NBA. So former NBA player who is on this platform on YouTube. Puts a lot of stuff out there. And one of the things he talked about for scouting is that you need to be providing clarity, and part of that is being able to track progression in a player. Looking back at DP's time at Prolific, he can guard he's just continually gotten better, and honestly, he's always been an elite player, an elite scorer. He can guard on the ball. He's 6'6". He looks smaller than he actually is on a screen, but that 6'6" definitely is a legitimate factor when you're actually playing the game. Okay, so let's just watch some of this tape. He can guard. Oh, another thing. One of the reasons that I've changed my pick here is that Darryn Peterson in interviews, you can tell, and people can act during interviews, of course, but I think that he's process oriented. I think that he has a long-term view on success, which is crucial to me. That's something that's very important to me. He gets it, okay? He gets how winning occurs and how progress occurs, and I think that the sitting out at the college level is a personal choice, maybe, or perhaps, some of these lingering injuries, man, sometimes it's like you could play through it, and then if it starts to flare up even a tiny bit and you have a real career to think about, it's better to just sit out than to let it become an issue, and that could be what's happening with the cramping, with the issues. We don't know. Maybe he's just sitting out because of risk. Maybe it's a combination. In any case, I do trust him after trying to assess his personality a little bit vicariously through a screen, which is hard to do. I do actually trust him, and I think that he would make a really good NBA player and, an MVP caliber player.
Got a crowd, Darryn, with purple jerseys.
Off-balance shot, and that rims out, but he'll go to the line.
Someday, right? Possibly. That's his current trajectory, but things change a lot, as you guys know, obviously.
There's that mismatch.
There you go.
Switched again. They haven't done
now, I haven't seen this footage,
that tonight much.
But that's just elite defense on the ball. That was one of the questions I had about him when I watched his first highlights against AJ DeBonsa. I mean, elite on-ball defense coming from a guard against a big. That right there, the verticality, that just one play just answers so many questions for me. I mean, bro, like this is a fucking basketball player, man. The fact that he's doing all this and he's so disciplined in the way he's playing defense in the post, he's not intimidated to guard in the post, he's physical, he'll fight in there, tells me everything I need to know. Just right there, off of one play. But we'll keep watching. Well, I mean, obviously, I've already seen what he does on the offensive end, so that's, but seeing that and the foundation on the defensive end, doing that stuff, which is simple, he probably learned it early on, and he just has those habits. He's playing basketball the right way. It's inspiring.
Darryn Peterson with Poulsen on him. Peterson inside.
Good balance.
That is beautiful.
I like his patience offensively. I like the way he makes reads. AJ DeBonsa is really good reading too. He makes good reads as well.
Creating a little floater
for TCU. Back the other way, Kansas.
But Darryn Peterson has a little bit more of a guard mindset where he creates and he's able to create his own scoring opportunities for his team to a larger degree than Devonta. And then, you know, if I think that the passing comes off of that.
The lead.
So,
Peterson, his jumper.
I mean, he's prolific as a scorer. Prolific, no pun intended.
And then once you got it in the half court, you got a guy like this. He's a sniper.
Here's Council. Feeds to Elmarco Jackson. Back out Peterson. Peterson inside.
They really know how to put
Tipped out. And then Robinson trying to thread the needle. Here's Peterson. And he's fouled.
Now, I'm going to be critical
I
of
think he could have passed that.
Micah Robinson again. I don't know why he
But scoring mindset, I mean, at this level,
passes.
you know,
And
to get to this level, you got to have a score. By the way, he's really good as an off-ball defender, as the non-primary defender on any given play. I think most of his steals come from playing passing lanes from what I've seen. And he does stuff like that. He's good doubling off. He's got good instinct off the ball. He reminds me of Michael Jordan in that way, actually. And honestly,
Peterson gives off.
if we're talking about his game, he's a 6'6" guard. He's a little bit more point guard-ish to me than Michael Jordan. Obviously, he's a better shooter already. But Michael Jordan played in the 90s, right? That wasn't when shooting wasn't a big deal, so. That's what I'm talking about. Just that off-ball presence and his he's got a knack for that. And Jordan was really good at that too. So that defensively, now offensively, to me, he's like a weaker version of Derrick Rose with shades of Steph Curry. That's what it looks like to me. And those are stars. We're talking about. I don't just throw those names out there, bro. Like I will find a player for you. Like if AJ Devonta, he gives me Siakam vibes, and potentially could be a lot better than that. I mean, offensively, it just, you know what I mean? But the thing is, like, I don't throw Michael Jordan and Steph Curry around.
And that wouldn't go for Pierre. He wanted a foul call. Peterson at the basket. And one. Darryn Peterson with the bucket.
I mean, this is a guy that you could see averaging 20 as a rookie.
Knows how to make contact.
Jackson kicks inside and finds.
And watching his progression, again, I watched a lot of his tape at Prolific. Like, this guy, the only thing that I would potentially like to see more of from him is creating more opportunities for his teammates, in that there will be times where he will go take that one-on-one opportunity, as opposed to, if it's a two-on-one, he would rather try to score himself than addition to his teammate. Now, with that, as a coach, with my coaching hat on, as a teammate, right, I would appreciate that more. As a coach, though, great scorers have that tendency to trust their ability to get a bucket more than their teammates. And I can live with that. I frankly can live with that. I mean, especially because this guy is a prolific scorer.
Peterson, who's fouled.
He's scored 58 in a game before. Like he does that. So that's one thing at a very, very elite level that I think I could stand to see more of from him. But he's a score-first guard offensively with great defensive ability. So that's who he is.
Darryn, and we always love the guy in San Diego when they beat Florida and Wisconsin.
Peterson went behind the back.
That off-ball defense, man. He's a good defender. Very, very good defender.
Peterson takes it away. Peterson at the basket. Couldn't stuff it.
What you love about
Missing that shit is crazy.
Darryn is he's going to make contact with
But
the
look at the
offensive-
patience and he's just making reads.
He's going to make contact with the offense.
The basket.
Offensively, right?
Peterson, stuff it.
What you love about Darryn
He sees that he can't continue going that way, changes directions with the BTB,
is
stops,
he's
waits,
gonna make
sees the angle, attacks,
contact with
and goes up.
the offensive player, and it's smart.
He's patient. Man, like, he reminds me of Shea, honestly. Shea Gilgeous, like, now that I think about it more, offensively, he's got a lot of Shea.
In the hands of
Because Shea does that. He's got that patience to him.
Peterson. Bill self-directing traffic. Got to go here. Peterson
Again.
spinning, shooting.
Great scoring reads, right? the reads, and that's Shea's guy. I mean, maybe Shea is the guy I'd compare him to.
Traffic, got it.
And I could take back that because that Derrick Rose and Steph Curry comparison didn't really get it done for me. It was just a placeholder.
Go here.
And look at that again.
Peterson's.
He's got a great sense of when to change direction. He's got a bag, right? He's got the behind the back. He's already demonstrated that in one game behind the back. The spin move, stop and pop.
Spinning, shooting, hitting.
He knows when to stop and pop. He knows when to go to the rack and finish it. Good player, man. Good player. I think Shea's bag is, of course, deeper by quite a bit. I mean, he's also been in the league and been in the game for a lot longer. So we'll see how he develops. I don't know. This looks like he's a very talented basketball player. He's a very good basketball player. I really like his ability to defend. That's my favorite part about Darryn Peterson's game. Offensively, could stand to see more passing, but you don't want to. You know, if I'm talking to him directly here, I'm telling him, hey, Darryn, do what you do, because if that's best for the team. At the end of the day, if you try to start changing guys like this, you're gonna fuck everything up. Like LaMelo Ball does a great job of passing the ball, and he's unselfish. He's a great creator for his team, and he's just really good about getting gravity, getting attention on him, and then finding the guy that's open. Darryn Peterson, I mean, there are guys that are more scoring oriented. It just is the way they are, and LaMelo Ball has the weakness on defense. I mean, not necessarily such a weakness, but they're a player. It's hard to find a perfect player. In fact, I don't think there's ever been a perfect player. Okay, LeBron James could stand to be a better shooter. Michael Jordan could have passed the ball more, and they were both. Those are the two greatest players of all time. So I like this kid for a college kid. Really, really good. Obviously, I'm not the first person to say that. I'm kind of just piggybacking on everybody else. But he's tough. I like his game. All right, man. Peace and love. Like, comment, subscribe, all right?